Moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Welcome, everyone. This is Denise and you're listening to Moving to Oneness podcast. I am here in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and my co-host is with me on the other end. Meilin, say hello.
Hello, Denise. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm in Germany. I lived for a while in almost 20 years in Georgia. So welcome back in Georgia, Denise.
Yes, definitely. So we're coming up on the longest night of the year with the winter solstice. And we're talking before, setting our intention for what we wanted to help people with today as we're moving into this time is all about the shift and the change that is coming with this winter solstice. As we know, that means that we have the longest night and the shortest day. And then after that point, we begin anew.
Yeah, I love that. I like to do new things. And the shift is a playful thing. It's already when you say that word shift, it has like a little pizzazz to it, I think. And so I love every moment where there is this possibility on shift in my life, in other people's life.
Yeah, I do too. And it's kind of, as you and I were talking before we got on the air, it's almost like, as we think about this, what do we want for ourselves? And Meilin, what do you do? And what do I do to be able to embrace the courage to change? Because that's what we're really talking about, is shifting into a newness of who we are. And embracing that no matter what's happening in life. And we know that 2020 was a chaotic year, and we're going to have more shifts as we move through the changes that are taking place. As I look at it, I love the funness of everything. It's like if I can't embrace and have courage to have fun, even in the midst of chaos, even when people might think I'm crazy because they might say, "Oh my God, Denise, you're way too happy for these times. What's going on with you?"
Yeah, I know this feeling. I've heard that all my life. "Oh, Meilin, you're too positive. You're too positive." I'm built like this, and you too, Denise. And that's what I think I loved about you so much when we came together and met. We're both like stand-up dolls. We just pop up again because I even love, when I'm a little sad or something does happen to me, I look at it, but something grand is coming out of it. So because of this belief, faith, knowingness, whatever you want to call it, I always say, bring it on, because I know it's going to be better than before. And This is maybe a constant driver in my life. And for you, probably the same.
It is. When you said we're like a pop-up doll, the image that came to mind that was pretty popular as we were growing up was the weevils. Weevils wobble, but they don't fall down. It's like you might go back and forth, but you're coming back up and you're going to stand up straight. And yes, it's not to say even in our positivity and being more optimistic, I guess you could say, it's not that we don't get down, because we do. It's just that we create that awareness of really what's going on in our body and what emotions are we feeling. And it's like, I ask myself, I stop, I pause, I hit that pause button that I talk about with people all the time. It's like, I don't want to live in this place of sadness and overwhelm and overcast and feel like the whole dark cloud over my head. I want to see the silver linings. You know, that's what I want to always look at, no matter what's going on. I take a moment and I really ask my question, okay, so what is the good that's coming from this change, from this shift, from this chaos, from this energy? And so that's kind of what it is that I love to be able to put into place.
I love the word silver lining, and two funny things. One, my cat walked up and he's silver. Everyone, you can't see him, but everyone heard him. Yeah, he's always very shamanic in bringing a new transformation. And the important thing is also these times are a silver lining, right? Many of us celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, other things. So there is a weaving taking place, a reconnecting, a very intentional connecting to the divine, and how we connect with it and how we embody it. Yeah. And how we connect to each other, like we do, you know. We also have a line. It's an invisible line that transports these signals now between you and me, Denise, so we can speak each other, record, and later again, there is a line being created to all of the outlets of these podcasts.
Yeah, and I love the way you did that. Yeah, the weaving.
The weaving and the knowing that I can act and play and write that line and create a new line. This is, I think, important. If I would love to give something along today, is this ability to dictate with what I want to play and what I want to be courageous with.
Yes, yes. Having the courage to say yes to something new. And I love the way you stated that, because it is those of us, as we tap into our own inner knowingness, and your beautiful cat, and the shamanicness and the healing, because that's what's needed right now as we're moving into weaving a new line of events, of feelings, of oneness together. We get to choose. And it takes courage to embrace it and to do something different than we've ever done before. And that's what we're being asked to do right now, is to move above the fray, step outside of ourselves, look to nature and to see how nature handles all the chaos and everything. It's about communicating, maybe in a different way, and asking for what we want, or sometimes hibernating and taking care of ourselves more so. And it's about that allowance from ourselves and from others to just kind of be within everything.
Yeah, the fear, you're right. So there's always a lot of fear of the unknown. So that's why we speak about the courage. What the courage we need to say, okay, maybe I feel a little uncomfortable. I don't know what comes, but who knows? We never know. So no one can fathom what will come in the next week, year, day, even hour, right? We can, minutes. Sometimes I don't know what the next word is that comes out of my mouth, or Denise's, right? What is our next sentence? And so what is the next thing to be created? And to say, okay, God, there's so many unpredictables, but I can predict what I desire. Yes, and for me, it is to have fun, to meet new people, to be more connected, to enjoy any relationship I have for any moment I have it. So I set those intentions over and over throughout the day, when I lie down, during the night, probably too. Yeah. Some of you out there are great dreamers. So dream up what you need, what needs to desire, play with that and create as you play, whatever.
Yeah, the
you
creation process. Yeah. And I love the way the creation process, and I love the way you kind of set all that together. We can create consciously and really tapping into our heart and our head and bringing forth those desires of what we'd like to have next, even though we may be a little afraid of them. And that's stepping outside of our comfort zone. Or we can dream it. Most of us are connected in many different ways to where our dreams begin to create in our lives. There is something that I heard or read or whatever, it may have been on a Netflix program, I don't know, but someone brought up the concept of abracadabra, and how when you say abracadabra, it's like, oh, it's magical. I'm just going to make it all happen with abracadabra. And they brought it down to the basic essence of the word itself, which its origin, Arabic, abracadabra, something like that. I mispronounced that, but it literally means I create as I speak, And I may have said this on another podcast or whatever, but I think it's worth repeating as we move and shift into the newness that is coming. Yes, we're tired of everything that's going on. It's exhausting in many different ways. And even through all of that, we still get to create and shift and see the silver lining and the change that we're being asked to have in our life, to transform, to let go of the old, to move into what's next and what's new. I mean, even on the 21st, which is the winter solstice, that's also, I don't know enough about it, but I know enough to be dangerous. It's about the age. It's about a new age. We're moving out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, which is all about oneness, compassion, love, coming from the heart, embracing your more feminine energy, empowering yourself to have the courage to literally, almost not literally, but, kind of put your feelings out there, wear your heart on your sleeves, and know that others will respect that enough to cradle your heart, even through encouraging words or some other shifts and changes that they want to have.
Yeah, I like that, to be the shining star. Yeah. So if I am it, if you are it, if we are it, this is brightness, a sparkle, and the sparkle sometimes jump, right? If you have, they jumped onto someone else and they're ignited or illuminated. And this brings us to our natural state where we are who we are and we see it and we show it.
Yes. And it takes, as we shift back into the word of courage, it takes us being vulnerable enough to show ourselves.
To be this bright light, the star. I just have to think about it now at the night sky, right? Look up and see at the stars that you see or can see, but also look for the stars, I should say, more sense them, that you can't see. And pull in that energy and see what they're sending.
Definitely. It's about open, as we are moving to oneness. That is our podcast. That's our Facebook group. That is everything. It's about the vastness that is out there and still connected as one.
Yeah.
And again, it's just about going within and opening ourselves up to say yes to hearing, to receiving, to be courageous, to be a light for other people.
To be part of everything, right? Mm-hmm. This courageous to say, wow, yes, I am similar to many other things existing. And I'm also a little different, right? It's just a tone of voice, how we look like, how we act, what we love to do. And this is what is creating this interesting tapestry of our beautiful cosmos or planet or city or even your home.
Definitely. Yeah. That tapestry that's beautiful because we're tying it all together now. It's the tapestry of our life and connected as oneness and weaving together all of our dreams, all of our desires for something that is even more beautiful on the other end. I love that. I think that's a good tie up right now. I think that's good as we come together and in our oneness with everything and embracing our courage and embracing the fact that we see the silver, that it's easier to be happy than it is to be sad. It takes a lot of energy to be sad or overwhelmed or anything. And it's very simple to find the beauty within everything and just looking around and saying, what do I see now? What do I see that's beautiful to me?
That's
and
refreshing.
Weave that into our lives, into the lives of others as a shining light.
Yeah, it's so simple. Make it simple, make it easy, make it light. Yeah, the double light. One's light of brightness and light of weight. So you don't carry weight around that. I don't carry weight around.
And light of spirit.
Light of spirit. Beautifully said.
And it is.
So everyone, thank you for listening and tuning in and celebrating with us life as it is, but also celebrating life of what can be and celebrating that we have input, celebrating that we can make it even more than we think possible. So take this time of shift, of change, and celebrate it with me, Meilin, and with Denise, your hosts of the Moving to Oneness show. I wish you the best and fly high.